Fuel rail has been installed. Everything's good. So let's work on the other tubes around the engine. So the tools, sets of pliers. Long nose, skinny is ideal. Alright, this is the octopus we got going on over here. I believe I remember how to make this work. First, PCV valve system. This one right here, flip that over. And it's going to go here. This is going to go down into this port over here. Then these will go into the PCV valves. That's pretty simple. I'm looking at this thinking, why is this hanging over there? Does it need to go underneath? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so let's get these two ready. Again, this is a preference thing, but I'd rather we don't go in all the way dry. So sometimes I get just a little bit of Vaseline over whatever surfaces I intend to install these rubber hoses, especially when they're dry like that. Just around the holes, around the neck really. Around the tip, that's what I've been trying to avoid to say. But I figured for science, let's keep it real. Okay, now I want to get this a little closer to its destination. Around there. This one is not too far. Okay, so let's do this. I'll turn this up. Actually, I want this one to go. Nope, that's gonna go in last. This is gonna go in. So push in. Make sure it doesn't crack, right? And good thing they can turn around there. Okay, so these are already centered. Let's have this inserted as well. Push down. Nice. Okay. Millimeter. Then just go systematically. Some clamp. On one part, I'm trying to match the factory markings, but also I'm trying to make sure that this is convenient for the next time I'll have to remove any of these clamps. So here, yeah, I can match it as well. Okay, so that's good. That's all done. Next, these guys are gonna get used. Gotta have hit record. Yeah, it's recording. Just will be a little late to try to back this all up. Remembering these engines, that goes to the front, the vacuum canister, and this noise, or rather the shorter one, The busier one goes to the right side of the engine. So once again, I'm gonna remove. I can see something messy already. No, it's not bad. I can make it work. Remove these 10mm bolts. So here, like this. I see. Not too much of a fight. This side's all good. Let me secure this one. This bracket. It goes under this clamp for the fuel hose. The tubes to be connected, so we're not really done yet. And right now it's not all the way down, I'm just having it sit there for a while. Okay, here we've got this coolant hose. So, oh yeah, Vaseline, guys. This side is still connected, so I'm not going to deal with that. So here's something else we could do right now. We could do it later, but might as well do it right now. See this right here? It's part of a dry rotted and cracked vacuum hose. I could install it and try to play with it once it's installed, but why not just remove them right now? So could use whatever you want, really. I'm using my long nose pliers because I have like a tooth. Let me zoom in. So I'm going to use that windshield washer / vacuum hosing that you saw in the beginning. There's one and there's two. Just twist it. Well, already cracked and broke off. So just clean it up. And that's it. That is definitely not good for hose. What am I going to use to clean? B12. On a rag. Or no. Okay, so this one's pretty much ready to be worked on. I'll work on the coolant tubes. There's another coolant tube in the rear. Might as well just show it and get it over with. I was trying to explain that there is another coolant tube in the rear. So I'm going to show it. And when the camera will be focused in the front and you won't see what I'm doing, this is what is going to be happening. This tube over here is part of your, well, these are to your heater core, but then this coolant tube here, trying to remember how it winds around, I think this way. Yeah, I'll be able to better position it once I've fixated the bracket. So this will join right here. So that's the one part that I won't really show in too much detail. But then the other part of this coolant tube goes right here. Okay, and I should still cover this. I'll figure that out. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about. I'm gonna clean that up later. It's got a little bit of gunk, but don't worry, we'll get it. Or we could leave it. Doesn't really matter, honestly. In my experience, which, you know, take that for whatever it's worth. So Vaseline around my tubes going in, on the neck. Nice. Okay, so that's good. This tubing here, so far it's still handling it, but might as well replace it while I'm here, right? I'm doing the tube in the back that I said you wouldn't be able to see. In a little bit I will be doing it. First, let's fasten the bracket. You do have other vacuum tubes, but these seem to be holding up just fine so far. Until you lift your engine, you know, and your straps or your chain end up breaking something here. These are not the most flexible things right now. That's good. There was a line, but it's not a crack. It's a line from the clamp just pinching on it for a while. Okay, then we'll have tubing from here into the intake tube, from here to the back. This one here, well, it's found its place now, right? Pretty long back here. Okay. So far so good. This is going on well. Can't forget this part, the front part of it. Let's zoom out. Okay, so right here, you have a few other tubes to contend with. One, this right here. This is all broken, as you can see. This, is this a vacuum one? Yes. Part of the vacuum. Yeah, this is vacuum. It's not coolant. Don't think so. So this one right here, this one's just fine, but the skinnier ones, as I said, these ones don't really have much of a chance. But I'm gonna leave this one connected for a while because I just need to know what direction things go, like this, and when I'm ready to replace it, because I don't want to end up crossing this one and this one, right? You don't want to end up zigzagging it. Right now I'm not quite sure what kind of an issue that would bring, but just a preference right now. So let's install this one. 12mm bolt. And honestly, you could wait and do this later so that you don't get this thing damaged while installing it. So definitely, I'm gonna have it sitting here just for the sake of it. But when it comes to final installation and tightening down, that's gonna happen once the thing is already inside the car. I just don't want anything to get damaged, okay? So actually, let's remove it because I know I'm gonna need to kind of hide it away for a certain part of the video. I'll be showing something else, so it's gonna be a sacrifice. Well, I mean, I do have video, so I'll remember that the center goes to the bottom and the edge goes to the top, if that makes sense, right? Okay, good enough. This other part, let me get that sorted out. There are two parts to it. One, there's a bolt here. Nice. Okay, so that's good. Then I'll use the 10mm bolts to just hold it down. Okay. So as I said, just the little hoses. At this point, we're pretty much ready to do the electronic stuff. All right, all the vacuuming, the hoses. Well, yeah, I'll work on the hoses at a later time. It's not too big of a deal right now. It'll be sorted out before everything goes into the car. So while I'm talking about getting vacuum hoses done later, I need to make sure that the surfaces are ready to receive these. So right now I'm working on the diaphragm. This is the dual intake manifold diaphragm, the bias actuator diaphragm. Maybe we should get the camera here, huh? Show you what I'm focusing on. This is the back side of the engine. And there usually is a vacuum hose that goes from here to here, right? So a tube that goes from here all the way to here. It dry rotted just like the other ones I was showing. So right now I'm just cleaning it up so that when I'm ready, I'm not trying to fight this and fight in tight quarters that I can't really see. Oh, there you go. That's the last piece of it. And for people who haven't watched my other videos, this diaphragm here, well, you want it functioning. You want no cracks in your tubes because you want it to hold a good vacuum. And that vacuum, what happens is this. So say you, is it a push or a pull? I'm trying to remember. It's a pull. And I remember doing the experiment. When it pulls, the vacuum is going to hold, right? And that opens some actuators. You want the vacuum to be able to hold. And when your solenoid releases, that happens, right? So vacuum, hold, because your hoses are good and robust, right? Then when the solenoid demands, that solenoid over there demands, it closes. Okay, so that's it. This part is ready as well. And as I mentioned, we are now ready to do the electronic stuff. And I think this time it would be easier. Well, I'm gonna have to do it in 4 stages. Basically showing that side, this side, a little bit of the back, and the front side as well. So let's do that. Alright, so here is the wiring harness. We got some main areas, some key areas. Got something that goes to the back, to the transmission. That'll go here. Set that down. This one goes here. I know something that's missing. Before I get all excited about this part, let me remove it. What's missing? Vacuum tubing for the back. So let's make amends first. I'm back. Better. I realized that the issue was that this tube on the other part that I just removed was a little bent, or a lot. I managed to bend it back, but since this is the running car, there's no point in fighting with goofy pieces. There's a little bit of oil inside. It's interesting. Oh yeah, I need to retrieve that bolt that I lost in there, don't I? See? Looks much better. I think it does. Good thing this whole thing is, well, most of the things in here are aluminum, so. I can't find it. Oh, there you go. I was just about to give up, honestly. I was thinking, well, I'm sure I can find a spare bolt somewhere. It's not that serious. Well, this is good. And I don't even have to fight to straighten these brackets at all. Okay, that's sorted out. I think we can now finally, honestly, get to the wiring harness. Well, almost. Not too fast, not too fast. All right, good. Let's keep moving now.